Hello everybody, this is the Anime Bro here, and welcome to the very first review on this channel. Basically, I review any anime with my special guest, um, and today with me is my brother Quentin.
What's up?
And we recently just finished the anime. That time I was reincarnated as a slime. Now, this is one of my favorite animes, and a basic simple plot is that there's this guy who basically was killed in our world and he was reincarnated as a slime. Basically, the title summarizes the story itself. So, let's get into this video. So, I first want to start off with the story. I really enjoy the story. What about you?
I thought it was, well, different from every other, isekai, how usually they get teleported when, just like if someone summoned them or other things. He died and then was teleported there, which they said in the story is unique because no one's soul has ever survived going there.
Yeah. Also, interesting fact about it was that he was incarnated not as a human, but as a slime, which was really cool because it kind of showed the things he was able to do as a slime instead of a human. Like, because he was so bored, he just ate everything, and because of that, his magic power is so large. And yeah, one of the things I also like about it is that the magic, he earns magic by basically eating people or eating things, and also he's not an overpowered person. Like, he still needs to learn stuff. Like, he still needs to learn how to control his magic and whatnot. It's not like, hey, I'm automatically stronger than anyone,
Mhm.
like basically every other show. And yeah, I guess, what was there like a favorite part about the slime anime that you enjoyed?
Um, I would probably have to say it would be him and Veldora's little interaction. I think that was probably the funniest part.
Oh, the when they were meeting up with the dragon. When he's
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool. I wouldn't say I liked that part, but it was a good part. What'd you like about it?
I don't know. It was like because he not only did he learn stuff from dude, it was like the way he was acting around him. Because at first he was kind of acting all tough because he couldn't really see him, and then after he saw him, his whole attitude changed.
Yeah. Well, you talk about Rimuru or the dragon?
I'm talking about Rimuru. Veldora, his attitude seemed to, even though he was lonely, he didn't really act like it until Rimuru like tried to like leave.
Yeah. He was basically he was a tsundere dragon, which is pretty funny that I think they put it like that in the anime, and it's just really funny the interactions they them two have. My favorite part was honestly, I know people don't like this, but I actually enjoyed it when he became a teacher. I actually really enjoyed that part. So like the end bit, because it kind of showed him interacting with actual people instead of just monsters, and it still showed that he was still human inside, even though he was a slime. And I just really liked. I just really liked that part. It was one of my favorite parts in the show. Yeah, I guess that's all we have to say about the story. Let's look into now the characters. So, what are your thoughts on some of the characters in this story?
Let's see. There's we're talking about all the characters in general, right?
Yeah, all the characters.
Well, in my opinion, I think there's a bit of overpowered people, then there's strong people, then there's the weak ones, and it's like there's still like unique people out there, like because if I remember correctly, Veldor was talking about he was one of the four true dragons, but we've never heard or seen any of the other ones.
Yeah, I like some of the characters too. Um, it was really weird how where when they were fighting Rimuru, they would fight him and be all scary and whatnot, but then after they met up with him, they became softer. I guess they became more human-like and also easier to talk to, which was really interesting. Well, it was also really cool how like his impressions was moved on to like his subordinates, like the ogres and even some of the orcs, even the lizard men. Yeah. I guess we'll get into like what's your favorite character out of the series?
I mean, I'd probably have to stick with Reamer, probably being my favorite character.
Okay. You want to give some reasons?
Yeah. Well, Reamer, even though he's like a yeah, even though he's a monster, he still acts like a human. He shows kindness and mercy to people. He kind of has like the Goku aspect where he turns his enemies into his allies.
Well, it's like every shonen protagonist. Luffy does that too.
That is true.
So you like him because he's like every other character in anime.
Well, no, not only that. I mean, he's more unique than other characters. I mean, because if you compare him to all other protagonists, Reaper started off the weakest of them all. I mean, he started growing strong.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, that's also with Luffy. Thinking about it,
Mm.
he had a rubber fruit, and it was because of his intense training that he was able to become powerful. All that. But yeah, he's a good character. Um, I gotta. I'm not sure about my favorite character. I like all of them, but if honestly, I'll say so my favorite character was the Ogre Prince. I mean, I forgot his name, but I really did like him.
Wait, are you talking about the red haired one?
Yeah, I liked him.
Oh, Benny Maru.
Benny Mara. Okay, so that's his name. So I really liked him because he was like like he was like when he was funny, but also like he was very serious. So when he would get straight to the point, he wouldn't fool around, and he really acted like a leader, which was really cool. And also his story where his whole village was destroyed by an orc army was it kind of put more depth into like how he's feeling. Like he's very sad, and now he has the responsibility of actually taking care of his village because he's now the prince and also needs to make sure everyone's safe. And yeah, it was just really cool learning about his characters and whatnot. And yeah, that's basically it for me. I just really like his character. All right, I guess we'll get into like some final, like a bit like the final part of the thing. And so, would you rewatch this like over and over again?
Yeah, I'd probably say I would. Probably to like a certain extent. Maybe like two, three times I'd rewatch it. Any more than that, and I probably would get like it would lose its magic.
Hmm. Yeah, I I see that in it too. It's good, but just like everything else, if you keep rewatching it, it's not really that great. It becomes like not as good as it used to. But yeah, it's really. I also agree. I would rewatch it, and yeah. All right. I guess that's the end of the video. Any final words on slime?
Yeah, I got a question. So when you said everyone's kind of like your favorite, you like all the characters. Does that include Gabiru?
Well, yeah. Even though he's a bad character, like he did everything because he was very prideful of his race. So yeah, even he's annoying, but at an extent, you kind of know why he was doing all this stuff. It was because he really had pride in his uh race, and he was just not smart. I guess that I can see why he's very unlikable because the things he does is terrible, but it's not like he's a coward. Like when he was fighting that one giant orc, he didn't just run away and say, "We're all lost." He was like, "You know what? I'm going to stand my ground and I'm going to try to see what I can do." So even he has his charms, even though he is pretty annoying.
Uh, he does have some pretty good moments, but all in all, he's kind of like a joke, semi prideful character in the thing. He's like a Vegeta and a Yamcha put together, except for he's only like a Yamcha and he's a joke character, but he's strong and he's very prideful.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that's the end of this video. Thank you for joining me, Quentin,
You're welcome.
and thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.